Look who came by the studio to pay us a visit. It's our old friend Dave Grohl, the Epiphone Dave Grohl 335. We're going to give it a going over today, right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host Alan Barnes. Today in the studio, what? Courtesy of my partners at zZounds.com, we have the Epiphone Dave Grohl 335. What? The ES335. Now what makes this different from a regular ES335? I'm going to tell you in just a second, but first, if you're new to the channel, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. This channel is kind of like the Fray. Raise your hand if you know anyone with a Fray tattoo. I thought so. Celebrate mediocrity. Yeah, so for $12.99, a guitar that comes from China with Epiphone on the headstock, that's hard for some people to wrap their heads around. But it has a lot of real Gibson goodies in it, and we're going to go over those Gibson goodies along with all the other specs while we ooh and ah over some glorious B-roll. It's a semi-hollow body with laminated maple top and back, gloss finish over a gorgeous Pelham blue. That neck though, one-piece mahogany. It's an elliptical C, which means it's a C that's kind of flat on the back. You might call it what you want. I call it kind of like a small 2x4. It's big. Set neck, of course, 12-inch radius. That fingerboard material is laurel, but it looks fantastic. And speaking of looking fantastic in the fingerboard, that mother of pearl split diamond inlay. Of course, number of frets are 22, scale length is 24.75, nut width 1.692 inches, and the nut material is Graphtec. All on the hardware side of things, the bridge and tailpiece are Locktone ABR with a Locktone stop bar tailpiece. The tuners are Grover Mini Rotomatic, and thank God they're not those stupid banjo tuners, even though the headstock kind of looks like a Firebird. 2-volume, 2-tone controls, 3-way toggle switch, and under the hood it does have premium CTS pots, Mallory 150 series capacitors. But wait, what about those pickups? What? They are true Gibson USA pickups. Burst Bucker 2 is in the neck and Burst Bucker 3 is in the bridge. So now that we've heard all about it, let's hear how it sounds. Okay, we are plugged into the Marshall. We're using Ocean's 11 for a little bit of reverb on the clean channel. Bridge pickup. This neck is kind of big. I don't know that it's too wide, and it's fat in the back, but it's not like deep, fat C shape. It's kind of like a D. It's really flat on the back. It's kind of 2x4-ish. Yeah, I said it. 2x4-ish. So I won't be as awesome today as I normally am with all I'm playing, you know what I'm saying? Because the neck's too big for my little girly hands. That was the tone, in case you didn't catch that. Middle position.
Ooh, you suck!
I gotta presume that not everybody that's grabbing this guitar is just gonna be a Grohl fanboy, you know. They're not just gonna play Foo Fighters on it. And because it's kind of like based on the 335 platform, it's no surprise that it's gonna sound good, clean. That was country. Did you like that? I figured it out in real time. It was her Dave fell into. Not her, the guitar player. I'm talking about the mistress. I'm sorry. Let's give it some digital delay. Tube screamer. Crunch side of Marshall. Actually, the crunch voice, same side we were on, but we got a little juice in her now. But that's just straight amp. Nothing else. These burst bucker pickups. Oh, here's a great Foo Fighters song. Ho ho. Obviously, if this is just your standard 335, even though it's got a little Trini Lopez love on it, isn't it still pretty much just a 335 with Gibson pickups? Let's explore some neck lead tones with this, just this. We'd love to, Alan, if you knew someone who could play lead.
Busted.
I was thinking 335s, and I think of the Doobies for some reason. I'm just gonna leave it on. I restrung this, it's all good. That E just went way sharp with me just sitting here, doing nothing. Let's see if we get it again. Yeah, it's pulling it sharp. There's something wrong with this nut, you bastards. Isn't that always the case? Something's pinching. A just fresh tune, can I play an E? It sounds great like this, right? Oh, Lord. I think you already know what one of my what did we learn today items is going to be. Let's just do Tube Screamer while it's still in tune. Notice how it kicks it up? We'll hear it with a bar chord. Before. Of course, that's one of rock's great all-time sounds. Just that open, sort of big chord. It's not a mellow tone, but just that big Tube Screamer into it, just a partially cranked Marshall, and it just opens up. That's kind of righteous, but that's more righteous. That's going to happen. Let that be a lesson to you. We got, the volume's not up terribly high. Let me look at it. but I'm close to it, and obviously this is a big empty box with a centerpiece down, so it's going to be a lot. So yeah, we're going to try and control that with the Boss NS2. Yeah, the fun thing about an empty box like this is you can just hit a note. These Gibson burst buckers, they're kind of vintagey, but they're not like super high gain, and you're probably not going to be playing like super high gain stuff anyway. You're going to be doing your fighter stuff. But you can obviously punch them up with the tube screamer. But you're not going to get anything even approaching what most people these days would call a metal tone on this. This is not for that. But we got some high gain stuff, so we'll find something pleasant for us to listen to. We'll take the screamer off for now. But yeah, these pickups, they really have some personality. Yeah, you could do Blue Oyster Cult on it if that was a concern. Let's do it. I'm gonna try the tube screamer. I just want to. In case you're interested in what the middle position sounds like, here it is. That's probably the most usable high gain neck pickup sound I've heard in a while. I gotta be honest with you. That wasn't half bad. Let's play some lead before we get the hell out of here. That's that middle position. Bridge pickup. You can do Freebird on it if you don't know how to screw it up. Pinch harmonics. Kind of, sort of. What did we learn today? We learned that Dave Grohl likes big necks that are kind of flat on the back. I'm not calling it a 2x4, but it's big. We also learned that those Gibson burst buckers sound good and clean all the way up to mid-gain. And finally, we learned that I had some tuning issues with this particular guitar, but I'm quite sure that it's not anything major. It's probably just the nut needs tweaking. Once again, I'd like to thank my friends and partners at zZounds.com for loaning me this. There will be a link in the description. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with the channel. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You got some ugly, smelly, poorly educated friends that you could send to GearGasms. That would be mucho appreciated. Nothing says ugly and smelly like walking around in GearGasms merch. Link is in the description. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell J-Lo about it, because word around the campfire is she might show up in some of that Diddy cam footage. Ben Affleck, we love you, bro. No Diddy. But play more guitar. Watch less of this and keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.